Good morning and welcome to TAPP Talk Live. This is number 22 in our series, which is running from Monday to Friday at 10 o'clock here in Malta. And we are talking about tap water products, and we are here live Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. And the idea is that customers can come on and ask questions or ask for a live demo of something if they have any issues opening things up, doing things, attaching, fitting, anything like that. And also new customers, if you're interested in tap water, please do come along and ask questions. We can demonstrate all the products here as I have them available. And you can ask any questions you want to. So the questions that you ask, if you put those in the comment box on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, then I will be able to see them. And also you can do that in WhatsApp. Let me just pop the number on the screen. So there's the number. I can't actually see the WhatsApp at the moment. Now I can. So you can ask questions on WhatsApp, 356 99866 142. Send us a question and I'll be able to answer them, and you can even ask for me to demonstrate a product and I can do that. And we also use this show for updates and things like that. So the first thing to do is to wish you a very happy Santa Maria festival. This festival means that the deliveries will be going out today. There will not be very many deliveries on Saturday, and there will be no deliveries on Monday. So we'll be back to delivering from Tuesday the 17th, as the couriers, which are E-Deliv. And you can contact E-Deliv on 2748 6847 after 10 a.m. every day. If you've got a delivery that's with them, it's better to contact them directly because they know far better than we do when the schedule is to come out to you. So normally deliveries are done within 48 hours. All our deliveries are free. And we use E-Deliv because they have zero emission vehicles, which they use on most of the deliveries. Not all the deliveries, because battery powered vehicles being out for delivery, it's actually quite difficult to manage. And so some of the further distances away are covered by other vehicles. But both electric bikes and electric cars are doing most of the central and most of the south and most of the mid to north. It's far north and things like that. In Gozo, we tend to use multi-post next day delivery, but all delivery is free of charge. So today, one of the things I get asked is, can you help with the fitting? And oh, hello, this is Annalena. So Annalena is going to give you a wave. This is Annalena. Annalena runs all the support channels. So if you're talking to us on WhatsApp, on email, or on Facebook Messenger, it's most likely to be Annalena that responds to you. Annalena joined me last month. We've lived together for a while, and so now Annalena is covering all of those support things. And we also, if we're talking to you either on WhatsApp or Facebook, we put a sort of /Annalena or /Phil at the end of the conversation, so you do know who you're talking to. But Annalena is covering the support from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday to Friday. So one of the questions that I get asked sometimes is, can you help fit? And fit a tap? And the answer is no. The reason behind that is that the business takes quite a lot to run between us two, based here in Gozo. So we don't actually help with the fitting. However, we do give advice both in WhatsApp or Facebook or email, and most people can fit themselves. Probably 95% of people will get it fitted. Sometimes there are some people who may need the assistance of a friend with a handy set of tools, but that's actually not very often. And there are some special cases where you really do need some help. And one of the best options for that that we have found so far is Gigify. Now, Gigify is an app that you can download on your mobile phone. If you look up Gigify Malta or Gigify, then you'll be able to find it and you join. And it's a really useful app because you can get virtually anything done, from home repairs, cleaning, gardening, removals, all sorts of things to help you with your busy life. And one of the things you can do is search on TAPP Water Fitting. If you search on TAPP or TAPP Water Fitting, there are people who will be able to help you with TAPP Water Fitting. And the charges are something like €15 an hour. I have never, when I was doing the fitting, which I was doing earlier on when there was more time, I never found that it took me more than an hour. There were a couple of occasions when it did, but most of the time, and I've probably fitted hundreds, most of the time it takes less than an hour. I also, when I was out doing the fitting, I was doing it mainly because I offered. So I was doing the deliveries at the same time, so I actually offered to do the fitting. And a lot of the times it was completely unnecessary. However, it did teach me an awful lot about fitting taps. And I've seen, as I say, probably hundreds of taps, including all sorts of strange ones. And it gave me a lot of information and experience in order to be able to help you. So that's why we don't fit tap taps now, because what I would have to do in order to be able to offer that service would be to employ somebody to do it, which would just make the products more expensive. So the people on Gigify, you find they will be able to help you fit taps from around €15 a time, and they have taps, they're experienced with it, they know what they're doing, and Gigify is also really useful for lots of other things. So today also I wanted to cover the issue that we have currently with some of the valves breaking. May I just say, if you've joined us live, do pop comments in the comment box, ask questions, or just say hi if you're here watching. I can see a couple of people online, so do just say hi in the box. So we have encountered a manufacturing issue with some of the valves. There is a percentage of valves that are breaking. We had a first batch of replacements, and then we had a second batch of replacements, and the second batch were better than the first batch. However, there were still breaks. We have now got a third batch that is coming in which we are told by the manufacturers that everything has been solved, and these are going to be much more reliable. So this third batch is at the moment in Luha at UPS. It is not yet arrived to me, but it should do by Monday or Tuesday at the latest, and therefore we have a few people waiting for valves because I didn't want to use any other replacements from the second batch. So we're just sending out third batch replacements, and we're confident that this issue has been solved if the manufacturers have said so. The manufacturers, TAPP Water, based in Barcelona, they really have been excellent with their support. They always have been. Ever since I started working with them 2 years ago as the distributor in Malta, TAPP Water in Barcelona have been marvellous with the backup and the support. It's a manufactured product. It's manufactured in large quantities in order to be able to get you the pricing so that you can have great tasting water from your tap at a reasonable cost. However, being a manufactured product, things go wrong. And we've had a couple of things that have gone wrong over the past 2 years. This one probably is in numbers and percentage of breakages. Although it's still quite low, it's been more than the others. And it affects both the EcoPro and the EcoPro Compact. One of the things that is part of that is we've had lots of communication with customers, and some customers have experienced 2 or 3 breaks in a row. And I think there are 7, possibly 8 customers who've had 4 breaks. I really wanted to say thank you to our customers. You've been so supportive and so patient. It's really frustrating when this happens. There's not a lot we can do about it, apart from wait for the manufacturers to resolve the issue, and also send out new valves efficiently and as quickly as possible. So that's what we've done. Valves are sent out the next day as soon as you tell us. We have even had customers who have apologized to us for bothering us with breaking the valves. I mean, how awesome are you, really? Please do bother us. If anything goes wrong, it's really important that you contact us either on WhatsApp at 356-998-66142 or by email at hello@tappwater.mt, or you can find us on social media on virtually all of the platforms, including TikTok now, at TAPP Water Malta. So if anything goes wrong, it's really important to let us know, because 99% of the times we can fix it. Sometimes we can't. I had a lady the other day who contacted me regarding some water, because she was telling me that the water tasted of ointment. And I found this really interesting. I've not had that before. It was in an area where we've got plenty of other customers. And it was an interesting comment. So what was actually happening was the water was tasting of ointment after it was put in the fridge for a while. So I suggested changing the receptacle, the container that was being put in the fridge, and that plus changing the filter to an EcoPro, which is the larger filter, because what she'd done is tested her friend's compact. So she used the EcoPro instead, and that worked out real well. And she phoned me up, and it's not often people give me the feedback afterwards and come back, but she phoned me up and said, "It's really great, it works." So really happy with that. Thank you, Gina, for doing that, because honestly, it really makes a difference when we can solve a problem for someone and it's resolvable. However, sometimes it's not. 95% of people keep their tap under the guarantee. We offer a guarantee, which means that if anything goes wrong during the first 45 days, if there's anything you don't like at all, you just let us know, we collect it and give you a full refund. 5% of people, 5% of customers that happens to. Sometimes people will say that they're not used to the taste or they don't like the taste. That is an issue that can most of the time be resolved. It's possibly a fitting issue. It's possibly a filter issue, and that's a very, very, very small percentage. Maybe 1 in 1,000, 2 in 1,000, something like that. But occasionally you get some things like that. Particular descriptions of how the water is, then I know that it's not a solvable problem. It's just the taste doesn't suit you. And it's as simple as that. And that happens, as I say, over the 2 years, we can say that happens in 5% of the cases. The figure is actually less than that. But if I said that 98% of people keep their tap, no one would believe me. So I say 95%. And then that allows it to fluctuate. And sometimes it may be sort of 5%. But over the 2 years, the average is actually much lower than that. Okay, so the other thing that I have been asked for recently is changing the aerator. So the aerator is this little bit here. So this is a TAPP EcoPro water filter. It does not have a filter in it. This is just the housing. This is a full filter here, a TAPP EcoPro. This is what attaches to the tap here. So the mixer is going here. And then we're changing the filter here. So on this one, the question that we've been asked is, how do you change an aerator valve? And what happens is you just unscrew it. So it's unscrewing this way. So that's towards me, and it can be changed. Now, why would you need to do that? Well, first of all, you might want to clean it. That happens. And secondly, there is an issue. This type of water filter, so this style, you can see that this EcoPro, which is from about a year ago, has got all one piece. So all of this is one piece. Now currently the EcoPros are like this. So this is 2 pieces. So you can actually take them off. It's quite useful, first of all, for fitting, and it's quite useful also if anything goes wrong with the valve. We literally just replace this bit, which means it can be done by post, which means that's less CO2 emissions instead of having a vehicle turn up. And so that makes it much easier. Now, the original ones were like this. So if you're an existing customer and you have existing ones, at this point, let me just remind you, if you want to make any comments or say anything or ask any questions or just say hi, then please do so in the comment box on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. And if you're watching live, especially on YouTube, please do subscribe to the channel so you get notifications. So this is the EcoPro. This is the original version. So to change the aerator, please just take that off and you can be able to clean it or amend it. So there was a little bit of an issue a year ago where some were developing a crack here. There was one particular batch we had. That was actually because they had reduced the size in here and reduced the size slightly of the aerator, and it just put a little bit too much pressure on it, and so it was cracking. So we had a few like that. And what's interesting is Tap Water is amazingly responsive to changing the design and evolving it as it goes on. They have always been like that for the past 2 years that I have worked with them. So this was a problem that went away because it was amended, and now the aerators are a slightly on the new ones, which is in 2 parts. So this one removes from here. They are slightly different, but they do also change. They go the other way, though, interestingly. So they unwind the other way, and I always have to remember that. And it was changed slightly because it now has a seal in there. Okay, so if your aerator does get an issue, if it's one of these, then we'll be sending you a replacement part, which is one of just one of these that we can take off. If it's one of these aerators are no longer made, so we send you a whole new unit. Why do we do that? Even if you bought it up to 2 years ago. So what's interesting is we've just passed our 2 years. So some of the first units, for instance, are out of their European legal warranty now. However, we still keep people going when they are on the subscription product. So we'll be announcing that next week. But for anybody that's on our subscription product, which means the filters, first of all, you get a 10% discount on the filters, which is great. And you get a 10% discount every single year. It's a subscription, so you don't have to remember to buy your water filters. They just arrive, and you can cancel it, and you can pause it, and all sorts of things like that, and you get notification before. And when you do that, you get a lifetime warranty on the product. So that'll be launching next week, because we have some customers who are at least 2 years old. Well, the customers aren't 2 years old, but they've been customers for 2 years. And therefore, if anything goes wrong with your older products, as soon as you have the subscription product, then you are absolutely guaranteed lifetime warranty on your product, and we'll just switch it for you. And that's all products, with the exception of the bottle. That's all water filter products. Okay, so that just covers the aerator. And thank you very much for joining us. I can see a few more people have joined. Please do say hi in the comment box on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. Or if you want, you can send a message on WhatsApp, and I can see the screen over there, so I can respond to any messages that you send. But please do just say hi, ask for questions. If you're new to Tap Water and you want to know more about the product, please just ask me to do a demonstration. I love doing demonstrations of Tap Water filters. We are now coming up to 2,500 customers in Malta, which means that we are saving over 2 million plastic bottles a year being used for drinking water. And by goodness me, that is a real effect on the environment. It's 500 tons of CO2 emissions that are not being emitted by those 2,500 families. And that is something like 2,500 kilometers. No, that's per customer. So it's something like 5 million kilometers. I don't know, I can't remember the figures. I'll have to look them up again. Normally I can recite those off the head, but I've gone blank. Stock. We have got some deliveries coming in we are waiting for. So currently the EcoPro filters, the annual packs, and the Shower Pro. The ship was due in from Barcelona on the 8th or 9th of August, which was last Friday. It did not come in. I don't know where it is. I have asked for the shipper to contact me, but it looks as though, let me just check my email, see whether I've got anything just recently. Nope. So I don't know yet. I guess it may be coming in this Friday rather than last Friday, and the information I had was wrong. The shippers are normally very good. I get a notification of arrival, and then it clears customs. So if it comes in on Friday, bearing in mind it's Santa Maria, and I don't know how the port's operating on Monday, we should have it by Tuesday or Wednesday, so we may well be delivering by the end of next week. However, I suspect it'll be the week after, so I'm going to tell you that it's the 22nd of August now, and I will be messaging all of the people who have outstanding orders, which is actually quite a few, and I'm sorry about that. I do hope that we will be able to keep up with demand much better. I have some things that I've done within the business to make that happen, so I can hold larger stocks here in Malta. Currently, we hold as little as possible and as much as we need. But if we get high demand, then sometimes we run out and I misjudge it. So I apologise for that. We've been out for about 2 weeks. I don't think that's particularly good, and I apologise for that. However, as I say, I'm taking some actions to make that happen less often or not happen at all. So I would like to remind you, especially if you're watching the recording, that you can use the code LIVE15, LIVE15. That saves 15% on all starter packs. If you're watching this video on a recording, you can get us live from Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. and we will be telling you about new products, about news, about things going on, and also doing product demos if you'd like to ask us to, and also answer any questions. So, happy Santa Maria to you. I hope you have a super weekend. We will be live on Monday morning. We will be live on Monday morning at 10 o'clock, Monday to Friday, all of next week, regardless of whether it's on holiday. And in fact, if you are on holiday and you're at home and you haven't gone to the beach yet, or you haven't got, or you're still recovering from the festa on Sunday night, then do pop in and say hi to TAPP Talk Live, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. We'll see you after the weekend. Thank you very much for being here today. I've seen a few of you online, and that's really great. Thank you, and see you on Monday.